Hi everyone, welcome to Savi channel. Myself Professor Pawan Kumar. The topic is image restoration, module 3. The subject code is 17EC72. The continuation of previous video in the image restoration. We'll move on to the next topic. The next topic is very important, like adaptive filters. What is the adaptive filter? And what are all its uses in image processing and its working. Okay, so basically adaptive filters are the filters which behavior will be based on the some characteristics of an image. Okay, adaptive filter is a filter basically used in many of the applications. Okay, so the behavior of the images or behavior of the some of the characteristics, the filters can be worked. Okay, as we know that like as I told, it is based on the some of the static characteristics. So within a bounding box, the behavior can be defined. That bounding box can be or the length of the image may be m cross n. Okay, image inside, because within this m cross n image inside, the region will be considered as a s of xy. Okay, it is based on the improved version versus increased complexity. Okay, so adaptive filter means based on the input, the weightage can be calculated. So the based on that weightage, the filter will decide some of the characteristics of your images. Okay, it is a simplest statistical measurement of random variables are mean and variance. So these adaptive filters will work on two parameters. One is a mean and a variance. The mean gives a measure of, keep in mind here, the mean gives a measure of average gray level in the region. Okay, keep in mind, mean value always gives the average gray level in a region, whereas the variance gives a measurement of, okay, whereas the variance gives a measurement of average contrast in the region. Okay, so based on these two parameters, the average filters are working. These filters is to operate on a local area or a local region, that is called as a SXY. SXY. Okay, so where exactly we are applying this one? We are applying this particular filter in a local region. The response of the filter at any point, okay, the response of the adaptive filter at any point x comma y on which the region is centered is obtained on a 4 quantities. Okay, so once again I'll repeat, the response of the filter at any point x comma y on the which the region is centered to be based on 4 quantities. So what are that 4 quantities are? Okay, so what are these 4 quantities are? Means g of x comma y value, the noisy image pixel values. Okay, so noisy image pixel values at a x comma y. Okay, noise variance. Okay, so this is nothing but your known priorly. What is a noise variance? ML equals local mean. Okay, and then your sigma square L local variance. So based on these four parameters, the adaptivity can be done. So that's why it is called as a adaptive local noise reduction filter. Okay, so based on this parameter, the filter can be applied. Okay, so analysis, how we can do an analysis? The variance value is 0, returns g of x comma y. Okay, the variance value is 0 means returns g of x comma y. If variance of L, okay, variance of L is greater than variance of eta, returns a value closer to the g of x comma y. Okay, if your variance of your L is equal to the eta value, returns arithmetic mean. So we have already in the previous we have studied what is arithmetic mean filter. So based on this variations, the local noise reduction can be easily done with the adaptive filter. Okay, so the formula for that particular adaptive local noise reduction filter is f of x comma y equals g of x comma y minus sigma square like eta value with a L value divided by L value into g of x comma y minus ml. So this is the formula which you are going to use it for adaptive local noise reduction. Okay, based on that what happens, adaptive local noise reduction filter removes adaptive Gaussian noise with a less blur sharp. Okay, basically it is used to reduce the blur in an image. What is the application of adaptive filter is that it reduces the blurriness in an image. Okay, so you can see in this figure, Gaussian rise mu is equal to 0, variance 1000, this is the output, but when you pass same original image with the arithmetic mean, this is the output of a arithmetic. Okay, and same thing, same input which we apply for your geometric mean, this is the outcome. But if you can observe that the blurriness it is not removed in these two particular filters. But whereas in adaptive filter, you can see that it is blurriness completely removed. Okay, you can have a visibility of the PCB properly, and this is the structure where we are getting a some problem. Okay, that is very easily you can do it with the adaptivity. So that's why most of the application in digital image processing we go for adaptive filter only. Okay, so I hope you have understood. So basically these adaptive filters reduce the noises and also it have a very less blurriness. The sharpness of the images will be more comparatively than other filters. Okay, so this is about adaptive filter. This next we will move on to the periodic noise reduction by frequency domain filters. Okay, the next topic is periodic noise reduction by frequency domain filters. Okay, so periodic noise completely based on like a sinusoidal wave. Okay, like basically if you take it this one this particular point, pure sine wave. Okay, it is based on a pure sine wave appear as a pair of impulsive. So this periodic noise completely a pair of impulsive in the frequency domain. Okay, that is given as f of x comma y equals a sine u naught x plus v naught y. Okay, so based on this we can write f of u comma v equals minus j a divided by 2 into variance of theta u minus u naught by 2 pi comma v minus v naught by 2 pi minus variance of u plus u naught by 2 pi comma v plus v naught by 2 pi. So based on this one it will be used. So based on this particular periodic noise introduction, okay, we have 4 different types of periodic noise filters. One is band reject filters, another one is a band pass filters, notch filters, optimum notch filters. Okay, so these type of filters already in a frequency domain we have studied in the module 2 itself. Okay, let's see. Same thing it will be there with a little modification. So we will move on to the next slide. that is band reject filters. So band reject filter removes or attenuate a band of frequency about the origin of the Fourier transformation. Okay, so how it can be done in band rejection filter is that band rejection filter removes or attenuates a band of frequency about the origin of Fourier transformation. Sorry, an ideal band rejection filter is given as can be given as, we can write it as h of u comma v equals 1 if d of u comma v is lesser than d naught minus w by 2. Okay, so 1, it can be 1 if d of u comma v is lesser than d naught minus w by 2. It is 0 if d naught minus w by 2 is lesser than or equal to d of u comma v is lesser than equal to d naught plus w by 2. Okay, so if it is 0, okay, so same wise this is how a band rejection filter can be done. So based on that, we will be having ideal band rejection filter, Butterworth band rejection filter, and your Gaussian band rejection filter. So these are all the plots represents that the order of 1 with the ideal Butterworth and band rejection filters, Gaussian band rejection filter. Okay, I hope you have understood. We'll move on. This is the output of your filter. So this is the noisy image which you have passed. This is a spectrum output, and this is a band rejection filter. So after performing your band rejection filter, this is the filtered output. So you can comparatively see that how clearly this noisy image can be have a visibility. So that's why one you have to keep in mind while doing some projects based on the digital image processing. So based on the input, we have to see which type of filters has to be used, so that we'll get a clear picture for the further process. Okay, so next move on to the next part is band pass filter. So here we can say that band pass filter perform the opposite operation of band rejection filter. Okay, so that is given as HBP u of u comma v equals 1 minus HBR of u comma v. So here P represents pass filter, R represents reject filter. Okay, so based on this, it is like what happens. This is a noisy pattern of an image. Okay, basically what happens here, the image corrupted by the periodic sinusoidal noise of various frequency. What happens here, the corrupted data will be there in the images, okay, which will be in a various frequency. The noise pattern is easily seen as a symmetric pair of like what we called as a dots, bright dots in the Fourier spectrum. Okay, it will be having a lot of issues with the band pass filter. We are move on to the next part is notch filter. Okay, basically notch filter rejects or passes a frequency in predefined neighborhood. Okay, predefined neighborhood about a center frequency. Okay, once again I'll repeat. A notch filter rejects or passes frequency in predefined neighborhood about a center frequency. Okay, so this is further it is divided into three parts here: ideal notch filter, Butterworth notch filter, and a Gaussian notch filter. So we can give the what you call notch filter as we can write h of u comma v equals 0 if d1 comma u comma v is lesser than d naught or d2. Okay, 1 otherwise. So this is how the notch filter works. Okay, so these are all the outputs of your this is the input which you have given, this is the DFT output with a spectrum, this is a notch pass, these are all the notch pass, and here you can see the clear picture of a notch rejected filters. Okay, I hope you have understood periodic noise reduction by frequency domain filtering. This is if you can see that block diagram of degradation and restoration process which we have started with the introduction. So let's move on to the estimating the degradation function. So estimating the degradation function, the first is estimation by image observation, estimation by experimental, estimation by modeling. So based on this, we'll see one by one. So estimation by image observation, take a window in the image, simple structure with a strong signal content. Okay, what are the parameters we have to consider here is simple structure, strong signal content. The estimating the original image in the window can be done by h of s u comma v equals g of u comma v with the s divided by fs of u comma v. So here is a known factor and this is the estimated factor we have to consider. So this is how the next part is estimation by experimentation. If the image acquisition system is ready, obtain the impulse response. So in this one what you are doing, if acquisition system is ready with that, you can have your you can obtain your impulse response. Okay, so this is the impulse which you have collected and this is the response. So we can see easily the patterns or spectrums of a images by experimental. So we have to consider here impulse response of an image. Estimating or estimation by modeling method. Okay, so here we can do the estimating by the modeling method with a h of u comma v equals e to the power of minus k u squared plus v squared into the power of 5 by 6. So based on this formula, we can easily go for modeling method. This is the original image. Okay, this is the original image you are passing by considering k is equal to 0.025. Okay, 0.025. This is the output of this one, and k is equal to 0.01. This is the output of your images. You can see the aerial view, and if you consider k is equal to 0.0025, this is the outcome. So this is how the estimation of modeling method can be done. Okay, I hope you have understood what is the formula and what is the output of your estimating by modeling. Okay, by deriving a mathematical model for this, g of x comma y equals integration of 0 to t. Okay, the value ranges from 0 to t, f of x minus x naught of t comma y minus y naught of t dt. So these two parameters, if you consider, that is nothing but a planar motion. Okay, and we can give with a based on g of x comma y with a transformation g of u comma v equals f of u comma v integration with 0 to t, the value ranges from 0 to t, e to the power of minus j 2 pi into u of x naught into t plus v of y naught into t dt. So you knew that these two parameters x and y angle. Okay, so based on this only we are going to have a mathematical model for the estimation of modeling method. So if you see the input part, okay, so this is the original image which you are passing through the estimation by modeling method. Okay, you can see by applying a estimation by modeling method, this is the outcome of a image. Okay, I hope you have understood this adaptive filters and estimation. So in the coming class we'll take inverse filtering and last part of the module. Okay, thank you.